All right, here we go. Up next in pin number 1 will be Jared Lesh and Raylan Jurgens. Oh, no time. Going to be a no time. As the cameras move on over to pin number 1, this is team number 3. Now Jared Lesh, Raylan Jurgens. Now this is your number 3 fastest team coming in with a 47.80. Flags up. 3, kettle number 3. Up next in pin number 2, team 4, Renell Cadena, Peyton Brismakevitz on deck in 1. Team number 5, Mark Matthews, Louis Sajoni on deck in 2. Team number 6, Ray Aceto and Peyton Hayes. Cupid Hay Company bringing you the Rumble in the Rockies, June 23rd through the 25th. Remember, for your feed needs, if you want it delivered right to your barn, make sure to get in contact with Cupid Hay Company. It came in at 5 head at 59.20. Going to give a total of 15 head at 107 even as we move on over to pin number 2. Flags up. 5, kettle number 5. Up next in pin number 1 will be Team 5, Mark Matthews, Louis Sajoni on deck in 2. Team 6, Ray Aceto, Peyton Hayes on deck in 1. Team 7, Hunter Brismakevitz and Dwayne Hayslip. Working our way down to our top 20 now. Remember, 4 total rounds, so we're going from top 41 to the top 20. Your Texas A&M Performance Horse of the Weekend, the month, and the year. It all adds up. Every vote counts, so make sure to get your votes in at the Secretary office for the Texas Haynet Performance Horse of the Weekend. Came in at 2 head at 20.07. Going to give them a total of 12 head at 72.24 as we go down to pin number 1, Mark Matthews, Louis Sajoni. Flags up. 5-5, kettle number 5. Up next at pin number 2, Team 6, Red Shadow, Peyton Hayes. On deck at pin number 1, Team 7, Hunter Brismakevitz, Dwayne Hayslip. On deck at pin number 2, Team 8, Erica Black and Chuck Hayes. There we go. There's a 10-head run at 53.35. Going to give them a total of 111.39. They're going to go way out into the lead. Mark Matthews, Louis Sajoni. Pin 2, Ray Peyton. Flags up. Check that, check that. Flags up. 7-7, kettle number 7. Up next in pin number 1 will be Team 7, Hunter Brismakevitz, Dwayne Hayslip. On deck in pin 2, Team 8, Erica Black and Chuck Hayes. On deck in pin number 1, Team 9, Eddie Savage and Callie Brookshire. Going to be a no time, going to be a no time. Pin 1, the cameras will move on over here to Hunter Brismakevitz and Dwayne Hayslip as they're coming in with 10-head run at 55.87 is what they're bringing to the table. Hunter, Dwayne. All right, here we go. Flags up. 4-4, kettle number 4. Up next in pin 2, Team 8, Erica Black, Chuck Hayes. We're coming your way. And a no time in 1, no time in 1. Pin 2, Team 8, Erica, Chuck. Wait for the camera real fast. All right, it's set and squared away. Flags up. 2-2, kettle number 2. Up next in pin number 1, Team 9, Eddie Savage, Callie Brookshire. On deck in pin 2, Team 10, Raylan Jurgens, Ray Chetto. On deck in pin number 1, Team 11, Robbie Salzbrenner and Peyton Brismakevitz. Big shout out and thank you to Boot Barn. The Boot Barn Buckeye Battle, July 23rd through the 25th, Columbiana, Ohio, in the beautiful Garwood Arena. Make sure to make your way on down. Always a great time, great pending. Anytime you could be in the Garwood Arena. So get down to the Boot Barn Buckeye Battle. Going to be a no time. Going to be a no time in 2. Pin number 1. Team number 9. Eddie Savage, Callie Brookshire coming in on 10 head at a 50-12. Flags up. 8. Kettle number 8. Up next in pin number 2, Team 10, Raylan Juergens, Ray Achetto on deck in pin number 1. Team 11, Robbie and Peyton, we're coming your way. And a no time in 1, no time in 1. So pin 2, Raylan Juergens, Ray Achetto. Coming in with 10 head at a 55-22, flags up. 3, kettle number 3. Up next in pin number 1, Team 11, Robbie Salzbrenner, Peyton Brismakevitz. On deck in 2, Team 12, Peyton Hayes, Tammy Juergens. And on deck in 1, Team 13, Tim Field and Rochelle Rondy. Remember, changing cattle on the 7s in each pin. Changing cattle on the 7s in each pin all the way through here in round 2. Came in at 4 head at 35 seconds flat. Going to give him a total of 14 head at 90-22 as we move on over to pin number 1. Robbie Salzbrenner, Peyton Brismakevitz, flags up. 0, kettle number 0. Up next in pin 2, Team 12, Peyton and Tammy on deck in pin 1. Team 13, Tim and Rochelle on deck in pin 2. Team 14, Amber and Dwayne. Going to finish at 8 head at 55-81. Now as we go to pin number 2, here's your number 1 team coming back. Peyton Hayes, Tammy Juergens with a 44-50. Flags up. 0, kettle number 0. Up next in pin number 1 will be Team 13, Tim Field, Rochelle Rondy. On deck in pin 2, Team 14, Amber Hayslip, Dwayne Hayslip. Then we'll have a cattle change. First team out the cattle change, Team 15, Western Rob and Peyton Brismakevitz. They had a 44-50 in round 1. Got it going on. Keep riding. Going to finish at 8 head at 52-40. Going to put him at 18 head, 96-90 total right now after 2 rounds. Pin number 1, Team 13, Tim, Rochelle, flags up. 9, kettle number 9. Up next in pin number 2, Team 14, Amber Hayslip, Dwayne Hayslip. Then we'll have a cattle change. First team out the cattle change in pin 1, Team 15, Weston Robb, Peyton Prismakevitz. First team out the cattle change in pin 2, Team 16, Louisa Joni, and Steve-O. Nice. 10-head run, 49-34. Going to give them a total of 20 head at 101.72. They're going to go to the number 1 spot by a 10-second margin. Tim Field and Rochelle Rondi. Here comes our last team before a cattle change. Amber, Dwayne, flags up. 6, cattle number 6. After this team is a cattle change. First team in pin 1 will be Team 15, Weston and Peyton. First team in pin 2, Team 16, Louie and Steve-O. On deck in pin 1, Team 17, Paul West and Chuck Hayes. We're coming your way. Ten head at a 55.15. Cattle change, please. Cattle change. 10 head at a 55.15 gives them a total of 20 head at 108.26. Going to put them in the number 2 spot right now. Amber and Dwayne Hayslip. Cattle change, please. Cattle change. As we get ready to roll, going to have ourselves a Wind River Microbes cattle change. Good thing squared away. Weston Robb, Peyton Prismakevitz coming in on 10 head at a 51.58. Flags up. 6, cattle number 6. Up next in pin number 2, Team 16, Louisa Joni and Steve-O. On deck in pin number 1, Team 17, Paul West, Chuck Hayes. On deck in pin number 2, Team 18, Matt Stevens and Bo Wells. 10 head at 56.36. Going to give us another team with a 20 head total at 107.94. They're now in the new number 2 spot. Louisa Joni, Steve-O. Flags up. 4, cattle number 4. Up next in pin number 1, Team 17, Paul West, Chuck Hayes on deck in pin number 2, Team 18, Matt Stevens, Bo Wells on deck in pin number 1, Team 19, Amber Hayslip and Tom Jurgens. And going to be a no time, As we move on over to pin number 1, Team 17, Paul West, Chuck Hayes coming in on 10 head at a 58.63. Flags up. 2, cattle number 2. Up next in pin 2, Team 18, Matt Stevens, Bo Wells on deck in pin number 1, Team 19, Amber Hayslip, Tom Jurgens on deck in pin number 2, Team 20, Callie Brookshire and Rel Cadena. And a no time in 1. That'll move the cameras on over to pin number 2. This is your Region 1-2 number 1 man right now, Matt Stevens and Bo Wells, coming in on 8 head at a 58.89. Flags up. 8, cattle number 8. Up next in pin number 1, Team number 19, Amber Hayslip, Tom Jurgens on deck in pin number 2, Team 20, Callie Brookshire, Rel Cadena on deck in pin number 1, Team 21, Robbie Salzbrenner and Tim Field. And a no time. Pin 1, Team 19, Amber Hayslip, Tom Jurgens. Flags up. 1, cattle number 1. Up next in pin number 2, Team 20, Callie and Renell on deck in pin number 1, Team 21, Robbie and Tim on deck in pin number 2, Team 22, Paul and Mark. We're coming to you. And a no time, going to be a no time. Pin 2, Team 20, Callie Brookshire, Rel Cadena. Flags up. Check that. Flags up. 1, cattle number 1. Up next in pin 1, Team 21, Robbie Salzbrenner, Tim Field on deck in pin number 2, Team 22, Paul West, Mark Matthews on deck in pin number 1, Team 23, Tammy and Tom Jurgens. Able Suppressors, providing great products at a great value and a great partner to the USTPA. Thank you, Able Suppressors Company. And a no time in 2. As we move on over to pin number 1 now, this is Team 21, Robbie Salzbrenner, Tim Field. They're coming in with a 48.97. Your number 5 fastest team out of 134 teams, and they are coming in the number 5 spot with a great opportunity right now, as we've had some big-time teams come up with no times here in round number 2. So Robbie Salzbrenner, Tim Field, with a 48.97 is next to go. Tim Field sitting number 1 in the world, number 1 in the region. Looking to expand on that here. Number 2 in the world in the 4s. Flags up. 7, cattle number 7. Up next in pin number 2, Team 22, Paul West, Mark Matthews on deck in pin number 1, Team 23, Tammy and Tom Jurgens on deck in pin number 2, Team 24, Erica Black and Bo Wells. Seven head at 52.75. Going to give him a total of 17 head at 101.72. Pin 2, Team 22, Paul Mark. Flags up. 9, cattle number 9. Up next in pin number 1, Team 23, Tammy and Tom Jurgens on deck in pin 2, Team 24, Erica Black and Bo Wells on deck in pin number 1, Team 25, Cassie Harmon and Tim Field. July 19th through the 23rd, Salt Lake City, Utah, the Utah Team Penning Cup. Going to be a no time. Pin 1 takes us over to Team 23. This is Tammy and Tom Jurgens coming in on 8 headed at 54.77 as the cameras keep moving over. There we go. Flags up. 3, cattle number 3. Up next in pin number 2 be Team 24, Erica Black and Bo Wells. On deck in pin number 1, Team 25, Cassie Harmon, Tim Field. On deck in pin number 2, Team 26, Samantha Smith and Amber Hayslip. But the Utah Team Penning Cup, fun new format, bracket system, just like the NCAA Final Four. Will be competing right there smack dab in the middle of one of the biggest PRCA rodeos in the world. So a great opportunity to have our sport center stage in Western sports, and the top riders of those days will be crowned champions and head to the top of the podium in front of those 10,000 plus people. And no time, going to be a no time in one. Shift things on over down to pin number 2. Team 24, Erica Black of Bo Wells, as they're coming in on 9 headed at 54.35. There we go. Flags up. 5, cattle number 5. Up next in pin 1, Team 25, Cassie Harmon, Tim Field. On deck in pin number 2, Team 26, Samantha Smith, Amber Hayslip. On deck in pin 1, Team 27, Bobby Savage and Callie Brookshire. Going to be in no time. Going to be in no time. Give me a second to adjust the computer. Pin 1 now, Team 25, Cassie and Tim. Flags up. 5-5, kettle number 5. Up next in Pin 2, Team 26, Samantha Smith, Amber Hayslip on deck in 1, Team 27, Bobby Savage, Callie Brookshire on deck in 2, Team 28, Raylan Jurgens and Tom Jurgens. All right, we're going to have a 10-head run. That's going to give them 10 head at a 54.22 after the handicap for a total of 19 head at 110.36. Going to take us over now to Samantha and Amber. Flags up. 7-7, kettle number 7. Up next in pin number 1, Team 27, Bobby Savage, Callie Brookshire. On deck in 2, Team 28, Raylan Jurgens, Tom Jurgens. Then we'll have a cattle change. First team have cattle change in pin 1, Team 29, Jared Lesh and Don Stone. And a no time in 2, going to be a no time in 2. Going to take things over to pin number 1 now, Team 27, Bobby Savage and Callie Brookshire. Flags up. 4-4, kettle number 4. Going to be a no time. Going to be a no time. And pin 1. Well, to take things over to pin number 2, Ben, kind of a tough round here as we're on team number 28, Raylan Jurgens, Tom Jurgens coming in on 9 head. Flags up. 2-2, kettle number 2. After this team will be a cattle change. First team out cattle change, Team 29, Jared Lesh, Don Stone. In pin 2 will be Team 30, Mark Matthews, Callie Brookshire. On deck in 1 will be Team 31, Raylan Jurgens and Luis Sajoni. Going to be a no time in 2, no time in 2. Cattle change, please, cattle change. Wind River Microbes cattle change. Remember, folks, for any and all of your livestock, your horses, pigs, dogs, cats, yourself, make sure to check out Wind River Microbes. Improve the gut health of all of your animals with Wind River. Well, as of right now, we've got 11 on the board. We're looking to fill out our top 20, and we're down to our last set of cattle. 13 teams yet to go. 9 of them looking to fill out the last 9 spots. Here we go. Jared Lesh, Don Stone. Flags up. 5, cattle number 5. Up next in pin number 2, Team 30, Mark Matthews, Cali Brookshire. Going to be a no time in one. So as we head on over to team number 30 in pin 2, Mark Matthews, Cali Brookshire, coming in on 10 head at a 59.16. Mark coming off a great weekend in West Monroe with a couple of gold buckles. Love to win one right here. This is a class right here that you are really going to want to win. So we work our way down to the top 20. Flags up. 0, cattle number 0. Up next in pin number 1 be Team 31, Raylan Juergens, Louisa Joni. On deck in pin number 2, Team 32, Mark Matthews, Ryan Smith. On deck in pin number 1, Team 33, Raylan Juergens and Cali Brookshire. Thank you to Trademarks. Big shout out, Renell Cadena. One of Houston's top 25 family-owned businesses. Congratulations to Trademarks, a great partner, great executive committee member. Thank you to Trademarks for everything they do for the USTPA. There we go. 10 head at a 55.20. 10 head, 55.20. Going to give him a total of 20 head at 114.36. Going to put him in the number 5 spot right now. We now have 5 teams on 20 head as we roll on over to pin number 1, Team 31, Raylan Juergens, Louis Sajoni. Teams coming in on 9 head at a 55.50. Flags up. 0, cattle number 0. Up next in pin number 2, Team 32, Mark Matthews, Ryan Smith. On deck in pin number 1, Team 33, Raylan Juergens, Cali Brookshire. On deck in 2, team number 34, Ray Achetto and Morgan West. And a no time, going to be a no time in 1. Takes us to pin 2. This is Mark Matthews, Ryan Smith. Flags up. 4, cattle number 4. Up next in pin number 1, Team 33, Raylan Juergens, Cali Brookshire. On deck in pin number 2, Team 34, Ray Achetto, Morgan West. On deck in 1, Team 35, Ashton Hayslip and Jared Lesh. Texas Haynet Performance Horse of the Weekend right down here at the Secretary office. Make sure to get your votes in. Good chance to be the Texas Haynet Performance Horse of the Month. So get your votes in down at the Secretary office. It finished at 4 head at 42-44. Excuse me, 42-42. Going to give them a total of 12 head at 141, and they are inside the top 20 at the moment. Team 33, Raylan Jurgens, Callie Brookshire. Team's coming in at 10 head at a 49-56. One of the faster teams in round one. Here we go. Flags up. 3-3. Kettle number 3. Up next in pin number 2, Team 34, Ray Achetto, Morgan West. On deck in pin 1, Team 35. Going to be a no time. Going to be a no time. So pin 2, Team 34, Ray Achetto, Morgan West. Coming in at 8 head at a 51-84. Flags up. 1-1. Kettle number 1. Up next in pin 1, we Team 35, Ashton Hayslip, Jared Lesh. On deck in 2, Team 36, Erica Black, Callie Brookshire. On deck in 1, Team 37, Weston Robb and Bobby Savage. $13 teams on the board. We're bringing back our top 20. That's going to come in at 3 head at 51-72. Going to give them a total of 11 head at 103.56, and they are inside the top 20 right now at the moment. Team 35, Ashton Hayslip, Jared Lesh. Flags up. 7-7, kettle number 7. Up next in pin number 2, Team 36, Erica Black, Callie Brookshire. On deck in 1, Team 37, Western Robb, Bobby Savage. On deck in 2, Team 38, Callie Brookshire and Steve-O. And a no time, going to be a no time in 1. Pin 2, Team 36, Erica Black and Callie Brookshire. Team's coming in at 10 head at a 50-70, so a big opportunity right here to join the rest of the pack with 20 head runs. Erica, Callie, flags up. 6-6, kettle number 6. Up next in pin number 1, Team 37, Western Robb, Bobby Savage. On deck in pin 2, Team 38, Callie Brookshire and Steve-O. On deck in 1, Team 39, Chuck Hayes and Rochelle Rondi. And a no time in 2, going to be a no time in 2. So pin 1, Team 37 now, Weston Robb, Bobby Savage, 10 headed at 56.79 is what they're bringing in. Flags up. 4-4, kettle number 4. Up next in pin number 2, Team 38, Cali Brookshire, Steve-O. On deck in 1, Team 39, Chuck Hayes, Rochelle Rondi. On deck in 2, Team 40, Dwayne Hayslip and Whitney Ammon. We're coming to you. And a no time in 1, no time in 1. Well, things have gotten tough here in round 2 as we go over to pin number 2. Team 38, Cali Brookshire and Steve-O coming in. Pin 2, flags up. 5, kettle number 5. Up next in pin 1, Team 39, Chuck Hayes, Rochelle Rondi. On deck in 2, Team 40, Dwayne Hayslip, Winnie Ammon. And on deck in 1, Team 41, Rochelle Rondi and Eddie Savage. There we go, 10 head at 50-70. Your number 1 rider in the world in the 7s, Cali Brookshire. And Steve-O going to come in with a 20 head at 108.31. Going to put him in the number 4 spot right now. 10 head at 50-70. We needed a run like that here. Been a while. As we go to pin number 1 now, Team 39, Chuck Hayes, Rochelle Rondi. Coming in on 10 head at a 50.05. Chuck, Rochelle. Flags up. Check that, check that. Flags up. 9, kettle number 9. Up next in pin 2 will be Team 40, Dwayne Hayslip, Whitney Ammon in the hole. And a no time, going to be a no time in 1. All right, folks. Well, we're going to go over to pin number 2 now. Team 40, Dwayne Hayslip, Whitney Ammon. 48.88 is what they bring in. They're in the number 1 spot for the majority of round 1. Here we go. Flags up. 3, kettle number 3. Up next in pin number 1 to finish things off will be Team 41, Rochelle Rondi and Eddie Savage. And a no time, going to be a no time in pin number 2. Well, we're down to our final team of round number 1. Any qualified run will get them into the top 20. This is Team 41, Rochelle Rondi, Eddie Savage, as they're coming in on 10 head at a 51.79. Right now we have 15 teams on the board. Can we make it 16 going into round number 3? Rochelle, Eddie. Flags up. 6. Kettle number 6. Well, this is going to do it for round number 2 before we go into round number 3. Looking to bring back 16 if we can get another qualified run on the board right here with Rochelle and Eddie. Thank you again to Todd Jays and Jay Salary for all that they do for the sport and the youth specifically. Todd Jays. It came in at 6 head at 51.06. Going to give a total of 16 head at 102.85. That's going to get them inside the top 20 as we got 16 teams coming back. Give us a moment, check our times, print off our sheets, and we're going to roll right into round number 3. All right, our top 16 is set. We'll get right back to you, get the paperwork printed off, and we'll get started with round number 3. All right, folks, as we get things ready to go here with 16 teams. We'll change cattle after 8. All right, getting the thing started. Team number 1 will be Rochelle Rondi, Eddie Savage. And pin 2 will be Team 2, Callie Brookshire and Steve-O. On deck in pin 1, Team 3, Ray Achetto and Morgan West. All right, Rochelle, Eddie, flags up. 2-2, cattle number 2. So we gonna have a no time. Gonna be a no time here to start things off in pin 1. Bringing back our top 10 of the championship round. So we go to pin number 2 now. Callie Brookshire, Steve-O coming in with 20 head at 108.31. Flags up. 9-9, cattle number 9. Up next in pin number 1, Team 3, Ray Achetto, Morgan West. On deck in pin number 2, Team 4, Mark Matthews and Ryan Smith. And thank you to Cupid Hay Company bringing us the Rumble in the Rockies. With the USTPA and LS Performance horses, going to be a no time. Going to be a no time in 2. We're paying 9 holes. As we go over to pin number 1, team number 3, this is Ray Achetto and Morgan West. Flags up. 6-6, cattle number 6. Up next in pin number 2, Team 4, Mark Matthews, Ryan Smith. On deck in 1, Team 5, Mark Matthews, Callie Brookshire. On deck in 2, Team 6, Cassie Harmon and Tim Field. With 16 total teams here in round 3, looking to figure out our top 10 in our championship round. Out of 134 teams in 4 rounds, you are really going to earn this Outlaw Spirit Buckle in this class here today with 5,000 added just in this one class alone. Well, that's going to put them in at 5 head at 51.06. But more importantly, they are now on the board with 16 head at 154.62. They came in the number 16 spot. If they could get their way into the top 10, they are staying alive. As we go on over to pin number 2, Team 4, Mark, Ryan, flags up. 0-0, cattle number 0. Up next in pin number 1, Team 5, Mark Matthews, Callie Brookshire. On deck in pin number 2, Team 6, Cassie Harmon, Tim Field. On deck in pin number 1, Team 7, Robbie Salzbrenner and Tim Field. By June 23rd to the 25th, the Cupid Hay Company, the Rumble in the Rockies. Not only is it going to be fantastic team pinning and ranch sorting in one of the most beautiful spots that you can do it, we've got a jam-packed, fun weekend. Just on day number 1 on the Thursday, we've got a golf outing, an adventure park, a roller coaster on the mountain, and dueling pianos that night. And that is even before we even start pinning. Going to be a no time. Going to be a no time in 2. As we go on over to pin number 1, team number 5, Mark Matthews, Callie Brookshire. Give us a moment. Just going to swap out horses real fast. So then that Friday night at the Cupid Hay Company Rumble in the Rockies, we'll have a Calcutta for our play with the pros. It'll go down Saturday night, but with the Calcutta, Joe Mallara Insurance Agency is bringing us a party with free food and drinks, and we also have a live one-man band that they're bringing to us, so we can have a great party there in the stalls during the Calcutta and get things ready after day number 1 as we roll into day 2. They're the Cupid Hay Company Rumble in the Rockies. Mark Matthews, Callie Brookshire coming in on 20 head at 114.36. Flags up. 4, kettle number 4. Up next in pin 2, Team 6, Cassie Harmon, Tim Field. On deck in pin 1, Team 7, Robbie Salzbrenner, Tim Field. On deck in 2, Team 8, Western Rob and Peyton Brisbane-Kevitz. And going to be a no time. Takes us on over now to pin number 2, Team 6, Cassie Harmon and Tim Field. Cassie, Tim, flags up. 8, kettle number 8. Up next in pin 1, Team 7, Robbie Salzbrenner and Tim Field. On deck in pin 2, Team 8, Western Rob, Peyton Brisbane-Kevitz. And on deck in 1, Team 9, Amber Hayslip and Dwayne Hayslip. Comes in at 7 head at 46.53. Going to put him on the board, put him in the number 1 spot with 26 head at 156.89. Takes us on over to pin number 1 now, Team 7, Robbie Salzbrenner and Tim Field. Robbie, Tim, flags up. 5, kettle number 5. Up next in pin number 2, Team 8, Western Rob, Peyton Brisbane-Kevitz. On deck in 1, Team 9, Amber Hayslip, Dwayne Hayslip. On deck in 2, Team 10, Tim Field and Rochelle Rondi. Finished at 9 head at 55.84. 9 head, 55.84. Going to give him a total at 26 head at 157.56. So that's going to put him in the number 2 spot by 1 second behind the number 1 spot. As we go to team number 8 now in pin 2, Weston Robb, Peyton Brisbane-Kevitz. Another 20 head team coming in to round 3. Flags up. 5, cattle number 5. Up next in pin number 1 will be team number 9, Amber Hayslip and Dwayne Hayslip. On deck in pin number 2, team 10, Tim Field and Rochelle Rondy. And on deck in pin 1, team 11, Peyton Hayes and Tammy Jurgens. We're coming your way. And going to be a no time. Pin 1, team 9. Amber and Dwayne Hayslip coming in on 20 head at 108.26. One of your top teams coming into round number 3. Flags up. 0, cattle number 0. Up next in pin number 2, team 10, Tim Field, Rochelle Rondy. On deck in pin number 1, team 11, Peyton Hayes, Tammy Jurgens. On deck in pin 2, team 12, Robbie Salzbrenner and Peyton Brisbane-Kevitz. For your next project, make sure to make it Rayco. Anywhere in the country, make their way south to Texas, wherever you may be, we will get you set up. And Rayco Builders, a great partner here at the USTPA, and bringing us our Elite Finals July 27th through the 29th. Thank you to Rayco. And a no time in 1, going to be a no time in 1. Well, here comes your number 1 team coming into round number 3. They got 20 head at 101.72. Tim Field, Rochelle Rondy. Flags up. 4, cattle number 4. Up next in pin number 1, team 11, Peyton Hayes, Tammy Jurgens. On deck in 2, team 12, Robbie Salzbrenner, Peyton Brisbane-Kevitz. On deck in 1, team 13, Raylan Jurgens and Ray Achetto. Well, it's going to finish at 6 head at 50-40. Going to give us a log jam in a big way right there. 1, 2, and 3 all going to be on 26 head. This is going to be your new number 1 team at a 152.12. But first, second, and third are awfully close right now. Peyton Hayes, Tammy Jurgens, flags up. 8, cattle number 8. Up next in pin number 2, team 12, Robbie and Peyton. On deck in pin number 1, team 13, Raylan and Ray. On deck in pin number 2, team 14, Mark and Louie. Your Texas Haynet Performance Horse of the Weekend. Make sure to get your votes in, and make sure to get on down to Tractor Supply, Murdoch's, or alike. Get yourself a Texas Haynet. Save money, clean stalls, quality product, and a great supporter of the USTPA in Texas Haynet. They're going to finish at 9 head at 54.56. There's your new leaders on 27 head at 151.46. Peyton Hayes and Tammy Jurgens going to go to the number 1 spot. But now we're going to pin number 2, Team 12, Robbie Salzbrenner, Peyton Brismakevitz. Flags up. 7-7, cattle number 7. Looking to fill out our championship round. We're down to the final 5 teams here in round number 3. Up next in pin 1 will be Team 13, Raylan Jurgens Riachetto. On deck in 2 is Team 14, Mark Matthews and Louis Sajoni. Right now, any qualified run gets you into the championship round. Nice run. There we go. 10 head at 54.65. And no surprise, Peyton Brismakevitz, Robbie Salzburn are going to go to the number 1 spot with 28 head now. Now we are talking. Things are heating up here in the round as we go down to pin number 1, Team 13, Raylan Jurgens Riachetto. Flags up. Check that, check that. Flags up. 9-9, cattle number 9. Up next in pin number 2, Team 14, Mark Matthews, Louis Sajoni. On deck in 1, Team 15, Renell Cadena and Peyton Brismakevitz. And on deck in 2, Team 16, Jared Lesh and Raylan Jurgens. So we now have a team with 28 head, 27 head, a log jam at 26 head. Getting closer to filling out our top 10. We got 6 on the board right now. Think of the days of 47 bringing us the family spotlight all season long, but we've got ourselves a no time in pin 1. No time in pin 1. Well, pin 2, Team 14. 20 head at 111.39 is what they're bringing to the table. This is Mark Matthews and Louis Sajoni. Flags up. 3-3, cattle number 3. Up next in pin 1, Team 15, Renell Cadena and Peyton Brismakevitz. On deck in pin 2, Team 16, Jared Lesh and Raylan Jurgens. Thank you to Wild Calf Coffee, wildcalf.com. High quality coffee from Eastern Montana. If you're buying coffee, make sure to make it Wild Calf. Nice double right there at the end. Going to give him a total of 7 head at 57.56 for a total of 27 head at 168.95. That's going to put them in the number 3 spot going into the championship round so far with only 2 teams left to go. This is team number 15, Renell Cadena, Peyton Brismakevitz. Flags up. 3-3, kettle number 3. Up next in pin 2, Team 16, Jared and Raylin. We're coming your way. Remember, folks, 11:20 Monday morning. Our very own Callie Brookshire will be highlighted and profiled on the Cowgirl channel talking about team pinning in the USTPA. Make sure to tune in to the Cowgirl channel as one of our very best Cowgirls is going to be featured on national television on the Cowgirl channel. Osbornell and Peyton are coming in on 12 head at 72-24. Going to make sure they get back into the championship round. Is going to give them 3 head at 40-87 for a total of 15 head at 113-11. But they're going to be coming back to the short round. Here comes our last team of round number 3. It's Jared Lesh and Raylan Jurgens coming in on 15 head. Jared, Raylan, flags up. 2, cattle number 2. So any qualified run will get them in. We got 8 on the board right now, looking to make it 9 right here with our last team to go. It sure does make a difference when you add that extra round. Really cleans things out a little bit as we get ready to go to our championship round right after this. Beautiful Outlaw Spirit buckles on the line. Well, going to be a no time. Going to be a no time. Well, there it is. We're going into the championship round with 8 total teams. We started out with 134, worked our way down to the top 8. So give us a second, and we're going to get things ready to roll. It is championship round time here in the number 9 Elite Ranch Sorting. Going to run the short round here on the left side. Going to be in pin 1. All right, it is short round time here in the number 9 Elite Ranch Sorting. After 134 teams, we have come down to the top 8. We're paying 9 holes, so everybody in the championship round will come out of here with a paycheck, but not everybody's going to claim the Outlaw Spirit Buckles and be the winner here of 134 teams. Now remember, folks, a year from now, May of 2024, the Elite Ranch Sorting Finals will be going down this very same time. And this right here could be the process of getting that team that you might walk out of there with over $40,000 in your pocket. So, Team 1 will start things off with Cassie Harmon and Tim Field. Team 2, Robbie Salzbrenner, Peyton Brisbane-Kevitz. Team 3, Peyton Hayes and Tammy Jurgens. Going to be on one herd with 60-second breaks, all in pin number 1. It's go time, folks, and here comes Cassie Harmon and Tim Field. They're coming in on 26 head. 26 head at a 156.89. Tim Field, number 1 in the region, 1-2. Number 2 in the world. Can make a big push right here. All right, it's go time. Flags up. 4-4, cattle number 4. On deck will be team number 2, Robbie Salzbrenner, Peyton Brisbane-Kevitz in the hole. Team number 3, Peyton Hayes and Tammy Jurgens. And we're getting things started off. We're rolling. And going to be a no time. Here in the short round. Well, as we're coming back on a random order, here comes your number 1 team coming in. The only team coming back on 28 head. Robbie Salzbrenner, Peyton Brisbane-Kevitz. Now, we have seen Peyton in this situation many times before. She stepped up and won the big paycheck at the World Finals in Amarillo, looking for another big one right here with Robbie Salzbrenner. 28 head at 165.57, your number 1 team in the championship round. The Elite Showdown brought to you by Able Suppressors. Again, a year from now, we could be under the bright lights of a beautiful Saturday night, crowning a big-time champion. And it all started right back here at the JL Arena at the Elite Showdown, brought to you by Able Suppressors. This team here, your number 1 team coming in. The only team on 28 head. Flags up. 7-7, cattle number 7. On deck, team number 3, Peyton Hayes, Tammy Jurgens. In the hole, team number 4, Mark Matthews and Louisa Joni. Now again, the only ones coming back on 28 head, but we got a number of teams at 27 head, 26 head. So they have got to keep things moving. Nicely done. Keep coming. Peyton Brisbane-Kevitz. Robbie Salzbrenner. Well, they're going to get one on the board. Going to finish at 5 head at 52.32. Going to give them a total of 33 head at 217.89. So they got themselves in a solid position right now, but we've got 2 teams coming up right behind them that are coming in on 27 head. So they definitely cannot relax at the moment. This is still up for grabs. Let's go to team number 3 now, Peyton Hayes and Tammy Jurgens on 27 head at a 151.46. This is your number 2 team coming into the championship round. They started things off at the fastest time of the day so far in round number 1. Let's do it again. Peyton Hayes, Tammy Jurgens, 27 head at a 151.46. Peyton, Tammy, Flags up. 0-0, kettle number 0. On deck, team number 4, Mark Matthews, Louis Sajoni. In the hole, team number 5, Tim Field and Rochelle Rondi. 27 head at 151.46 is what they're bringing in. So a 7-head run or better, and they're going to go to your number 1 spot and be awfully tough to catch. A fast 10-head run right here could put them out of reach. Here they come. Hayden Hayes, Tammy Jurgens. Paying 9 holes here in the number 9. Oh, going to be a no time. Going to be a no time. Well, that'll take us down now to the number 3 fastest team coming in. This team right here is the only other team coming in on 27 head. And look who walked through the door with Mark Matthews, Louis Sajoni. 27 head at 168.95 is what they're bringing into the short round. Just a couple of weeks ago, Mark Matthews won a couple of gold buckles here at the West Monroe Pin and Sort. Louis Sajoni was the number 9 Elite Handicap Ranch Sorting Champion. Could he do it right here again at the Elite Showdown? 27 head at 168.95, so again, 7 head or better. 7 head or better, and they'll go to the number 1 spot. There are a couple of teams that are coming in on 26 head, so it's still tight. But a 10-head run, and these will be your champions. Flags up. 3-3, kettle number 3. On deck will be team number 5, Tim Field, Rochelle Rondi. In the hole, team 6, Ray Achetto and Morgan West. Thank you again, Able Suppressors, bringing us a good one here at the Elite Showdown. Fantastic show, fantastic class, and it's all brought to you by Able Suppressors. Looky here. They've got it rolling. Still got time. Well, they're going to finish things off right here. 7 head at 49.95. So there is your new number 1 team on 34 head. This is getting good with only 4 teams yet to go. There's 2 teams that could jump out and catch them, and here comes one of them. Here comes Tim Field, Rochelle Rondi with a 26 head at 152.12. Tim and Rochelle, they came into round number 3 in the number 1 spot. Still have an opportunity to finish this thing in the number 1 spot. 9 head or better, and they will go to the lead. Tim Field, Rochelle Rondi. All right, here we go. It's called come down to our last 4 teams. Tim, Rochelle, flags up. 2-2, kettle number 2. On deck, team number 6, Ray Achetto, Morgan West. In the hole, team 7, Renelle Cadena and Peyton Brismickevitz. Nice save in the hole. Oh, it's going to sneak by. Going to be in no time. That is tough luck right there. No time for Tim and Rochelle. Well, it'll take us to team number 6 now. Rayachetto, Morgan West, coming in on 16 headed at 154.62. They have been staying alive throughout each and every round. And now they've got a chance to walk out of here with one of the bigger paychecks of the class. Rayachetto, Morgan West. Flags up. 1-1, kettle number 1. On deck will be team number 7, Renell Cadena, Peyton Brismakevitz in the hole. Team number 8, Robbie Salzbrenner and Tim Field. Youth Riders, be ready. Youth Riders, be ready. We are coming your way. Looking to get on the board. There we go. Going to sneak another one in there. Gotta love it right here. Morgan West, Rayachetto. 3 head at 53.46. Going to give a total of 19 head at 208.08. But they're going to go into the number 3 spot with only 2 teams yet to go. Morgan and Ray giving themselves a chance to have a good-sized paycheck as we're paying 9 holes, and they're sitting number 3. That'll take us down now to team number 7, Renell Cadena. Peyton Brismakevitz coming in at 15 head at 113.11. Now, right now, as they're coming in on 15 head, 5 head or better, and they'll go to the number 3 spot. Renell, Peyton. Flags up. 6, kettle number 6. On deck, team number 8, Robbie Salzbrenner and Tim Field. We're coming your way. We're going to get them on the board. Renell and Peyton going to have it at 1 head. Going to get them a total of 16 head and put them in the number 4 spot. Ladies and gentlemen, it's come down to this right here. And the number 9, Elite Sorting. Right now at the top of the leaderboard is Mark Matthews and Louis Sajoni with a 34 head at 218.90. Walking through the door right now is Robbie Salzbrenner. Tim Field with 26 head at 157.56. So 9 head or better, and they will be your champions of a big-time class here at the Elite Showdown, brought to you by Able Suppressors. 8 head, and it'll come down to time. Tim Field, Robbie Salzbrenner. Here we go. Flags up. 9, kettle number 9. Working through the herd to get one right out the gate. We got ourselves another one, and we're rolling here in Whitesboro. 26 head at 157.56 is what they're bringing in. Starting to pick up the pace. They're moving now. Awfully smooth. Keep it rolling, fellas. 134 teams, 5,000 added. Outlaw Spirit Buckles. Gonna finish at 6 head at 56.62. Well, we're going to have our official results for you here in just a second as we check our times and get things rolling for your top 9, paying 9 holes. Well, here's your official results here in the number 9 Elite Sorting. In 9th place, with a 107.94 on 20 head, Weston Robb and Peyton Brismakevitz. In 8th place, with a 156.89 on 26 head, Cassie Harmon and Tim Field. In 7th place, with a 152.12 on 26 head, Tim Field and Rochelle Rondi. In 6th place, with a 151.46 on 27 head, Peyton Hayes and Tammy Jerkins. In 5th place with a 126.41 on 16 head, Renelle Cadena and Peyton Brismakevitz. In 4th place with a 208.08 on 19 head, Ray Achetto and Morgan West. In 3rd place with a 214.25 on 32 head, Robbie Salzbrenner and Tim Field. In 2nd place with a 217.89 on 33 head, Robbie Salzbrenner and Peyton Brismakevitz. And your championship team out of 134 with 218.90 on 34 head, Mark Matthews and Louis Sajoni. They are your champions of the number 9 Elite Ranch Sorting here at the Elite Showdown. We'll meet you on down in front of the Able Suppressor banner for a quick photo and buckle ceremony. Youth riders, be ready or get ready to come your way.